welcome back to reviews and recaps. So now I know I don't do live videos as much, but I just thought today is a really good day to do a live video for you guys. If you guys are coming in, just make sure you tap that like button. And what I want to show you guys today is that Martell Holt and Arionne are doing an expose on Marsau's alleged side chick. So on this channel, we've talked about it. I want to play the video for you guys and I want us to talk about it and react to it. But I need to play the video for you guys. When I first saw it on Instagram, I thought this is insane. I did know that there was going to be a bite back. It is impossible for Martell to just let it go. Let's be honest, Tisha took it too far in that interview with Carlos King. So I knew that it was going to come back in some way. I was only waiting for it. I was just like, this is going to happen. Thanks, Yvette. Hello, everyone. Please hit the like button and share the video, please. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I usually don't do live videos, so I know that you guys may not be expecting to see me on live today. But I just thought, you guys, let's watch this video together and let's talk about it. All right, I'm going to play the clip for you guys. And yeah, let's do our reactions to it. Okay.
This Martell Holt.
It's your girl, Arionne Curry.
The Scots asked.
And we delivered. Let's get into it.
That was my first time having a dick in my mouth and a dick in my coochie.
Ooh. Okay, first of all, yeah, we're about to see a show, Yvette. Absolutely. Did she just say she had a pee-pee in her mouth, another one in her coochie? Like, this is crazy. Let's keep playing.
I didn't know that he had a wife. He funny. He said, if you tell my wife, I'm going to come and kill you.
Woo. I'm going to play that again to make sure we don't miss anything.
What's up, y'all? This Martell Holt.
It's your girl, Arionne Curry.
The Scots asked.
And we delivered. Let's get into it.
That was my first time having a dick in my mouth and a dick in my coochie. I didn't know that he had a wife. He funny. He said, if you tell my wife, I'm going to come and kill you.
Whoa. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is anyone as shocked as I am? Hi, Linda Gamble. Hello. Is anyone as shocked as I am? This is war. Honestly, this is war. Ariette, that was exactly how I felt. When I watched it, I had to press play a few times because I thought this man has chosen violence. He's coming for everybody. And I don't know if Tisha is ready because Martell ain't playing with none of them. Hi, Linda Gamble. Hello. Martell, don't do this. This is what? Yvette? I think Martell is too far gone. He is going to do it. He means business. He is not playing. So when Tisha did that interview, I kept thinking Martell is going to retaliate. I don't know if Tisha is ready for this. Tisha is probably going to end up crying because Martell can dish it. Martell can take it too far. And I don't think she realizes it. Think about all of the things that Melody has dealt with Martell. That's a man that can take things too far. So for her to say things like out him for allegedly being gay, I'm surprised he even waited this long. So he was thinking, now let's make money off it. At least he's being smart by turning it into a whole YouTube thing, knowing that we're all going to be watching. It's going to be late for me tonight, but now I'm thinking of staying up so I can watch this madness because I need to see how it unfolds. Because I know we want to talk about it right after. But I don't think she is ready for it. And when I read, so Martell said, you'll find Letitia Scott, she has me blocked. I'm like, what? Marsau, here we go. Here you go. Arionne Curry, Carlos King, own Keep It Real, hashtag Martell Holt. Now, I do feel like Martell is doing this to try to get Arionne on the show. So it's beyond him just retaliating. Yes, he wants to retaliate, but he's also doing this in the way in which he's doing it to get her on the show. I won't be surprised if he got someone smarter than him to come up with this plan. Because knowing Martell doesn't have the patience. Martell would have gone out and done whatever he wanted to do. How many days has it been? So I feel like he's doing it right now in the way in which he's doing it with Arionne Curry as in a way to try to bring her on the show. Because why else are they tagging Carlos King? Why else are they tagging Own Keep It Real? It is obvious. This is really war. They're not playing. Martell is not playing with Arionne Curry. Martell is not playing with Tisha, rather. Martell is not playing with Marsau. Martell is trying to get Arionne Curry on the show. Do you guys agree? Or do you guys think like I'm jumping to conclusions here? Because if you're just trying to expose Tisha, why are you tagging Carlos King in it? Why are you tagging Own Keep It Real in it? Surely you would just post and leave it. But let me just see what the comments is saying. He sure is. Absolutely. He's unhinged as it is. I completely agree, Ariette. I completely agree. Martell has been unhinged from day one. The difference is he's been unhinged towards Melody. Now he has the opportunity to be unhinged with the rest of the castmates. And I'm just like, I don't know if we are ready for it. He even said, you guys ask Tisha what her non-negotiables are again. I'm just like, this is crazy. I'm with you, Yvette. That's why I say don't do this. Absolutely. When Tisha was going on and saying that, I just thought, Tisha, this is stupid. Because the way you're going about it, Martell retaliates. Martell will not let it go, will not let it get away with it, will not let you get away with it, will not let you go scot-free without coming for you in some way. So I'm surprised that Marsau didn't even say, Tisha, time out. But I guess Marsau wasn't physically there to stop her from speaking. Because let's be honest, if I were Marsau and I have skeletons in my closet, there is no way I'm going to allow my wife to be out here exposing me to obvious retaliation. We all know Martell will go straight to hell. Martell is not one of those people when you go low, he will say, oh, I'm going to take the higher route. He's going all the way to hell. Yvette is saying the show is over. The way it's looking, it really is giving the show is over. And I really, like, to an extent, on the one hand, I really feel like I don't want the show to be over. And I really feel like I have a soft spot for the show. I think maybe because so far I've covered the show for a while now. I've enjoyed the show. I've enjoyed the community. I've enjoyed getting to know you guys and hanging and talking about the show. The way people get passionate when I talk about the show in the comment section. When I talk about other shows like Married to Medicine, it's not on the same level. And I feel like I have a sense of community with the show to an extent that I'm just like, to an extent, I have a soft spot for the show and you guys. And I just think like, it's not the same. There is such a community that Love and Marriage Huntsville brings that I don't think it's the same with other shows. So I will miss that part. But I feel like the way they are doing the show, the way they are constantly letting Martell do whatever he wants to do, I've never heard a situation where an employer allows an employee to go out talking about, oh, well, I'm an actor and it's meant to be a reality TV show. It's like the audacity for somebody to act like they're being paid to act when you're meant to show your real life. So I don't even understand how he still has a job to begin with. But I do think that, yes, I do agree. Harriet says, you're right. I'm not sure. I think you had said that earlier, so I'm not sure if it's in relation to what I'm saying now. But yeah, he's trying, but it wouldn't work. That's what Marsau and Tisha deserve. To be honest, Charlene, I'm not disagreeing with you. I feel like Marsau and Tisha have done so much. I've said so much. The way Tisha has run her mouth, like Marsau had never done anything wrong in her life. And it's so obvious that like they've always made, don't get me wrong, Martel is a scapegoat. Martel is easy to make a scapegoat because he does not repent. He does not take accountability. He continues to do stupid-ish. However, I still feel like they have painted him, they have dragged him for as long as they have. Yet, they've also done some questionable-ish. So I do get that, he's giving it back to them. All is fair in, in these sorts of things. So who are we to say anything? I guess let them destroy themselves. Harriet says they're not ready, but they'll better get ready because he sure is. I'm loving it. Martel loves some attention, okay? And I feel like he is going to get a lot of attention tonight because we all want to know what's going on. We all want to know what is happening. I for sure know I'm going to be tuning in. It's going to be like 12 a.m. or something for me, but I might still stay up so I can watch it. So I'm no better than the rest of us because I'm going to be staying up to watch this craziness. It's a mess, but it's just like, I'm going to have to stay up and watch it. Because I just feel like I have to watch it and see what's going on. Harriet says, Melody tried to warn them. Absolutely. Melody tried. And as much as I hate when people are going through some crazy-ish, I also, on the other side of me, is like, this feels like vindication for Melody. Melody has been through a lot with this man. Yet, there was no support from any of these cast members. Never have they ever said, oh, actually, Melody, we're sorry about what you've been through. Let's take you to a spa. Let's take care of you. Let's, try to be there and support. If half the things that have happened to Melody happened to someone I don't even talk to, but I know that happened, I would reach out to be like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Probably send some flowers, probably send a gift, and let them know if you ever want to talk, I'm here to support and be there. So not to talk of her friends. So in true fashion, Melody tried to help them multiple times. Melody tried and tried and tried. But yet, I feel like their hate for Melody was too strong. Their hate for Melody was overpowering everything else. And they was just like, they were trying to bring Melody down at all costs. They did not care who was the collateral damage. Yvette says, so do I, but this has gone too far. I absolutely agree. It has gone too far. Also, guys, if you're just joining in, please make sure you smash that like button as you come in. We're talking about the video Martel and Arionne posted, where they are basically exposing everybody. They're exposing Marsau, they're exposing his side chick went over there to expose Marsau. So I guess things are crazy. And if I heard correctly, you guys please correct me for those of you who have been in the chat. This lady is basically saying Marsau threatened her allegedly. Apparently, Marsau threatened her. Apparently, if she says anything. And I'm not being funny. I would have thought that Marsau would be, I wouldn't think that Marsau would be into someone like that. I know I haven't seen her face, but I'm quite surprised considering Tisha has a BBL. So I'm quite surprised, but I guess these things happen. You see men cheat all the time. They don't cheat with women that look like their wives. They cheat with women that look nothing like their wives, usually opposite. It's usually always a downgrade, and it's always surprising to me. Surprising to me every time. But yeah, I'm still reading the chat. Harriet said, exactly, because most like me have probably watched from day one. Absolutely, Harriet. From day one, I've loved the show. I remember seeing Melody with her hair, the blonde bob, so cute. And I just loved her passion from day one. I could feel that ambitious, that hardworking energy, because that is something that I resonate with. And so it's like watching her, seeing her, how she was like pulling Tisha along, trying to bring Tisha out a little bit more, trying to like uplift her, expose her. These are things that I feel like you want to do for your friend or someone who you know wants to get out and stuff. But it's so surprising how the show went from that to what we now have here. It has gone too far. It's gotten to a point where I personally think it's worse than Love and Hip Hop. How many of you guys watch Love and Hip Hop in the chat? Let me know. Do you guys think that this is getting worse than Love and Hip Hop? Like, Love and Hip Hop still had some wild episodes, right? Don't get me wrong. But then it was nothing too crazy. It was just like surface drama, a little bit of like some funny-ish, or like some cheating, but nothing that drastic the way Love and Marriage is. Like, it just feels like Love and Marriage has gone straight to hell. Miss Rhonda says this is a mess. Absolutely a mess. It is a mess indeed. It's one of those things where you're just like, I thought it couldn't get even lower, but it's gone even lower. Like, how bad is this gonna get? I'm even scared to say that, because if I say how bad is it going to get, it is likely to get even worse. It's likely to get even worse. Yvette says, I think she means I watch Love and Hip Hop. Exactly. Yvette, do you feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville is worse than Love and Hip Hop now? Because like Love and Hip Hop is all fun and games, a little funny here and there. Now it's insane. Yvette says, I forgot you in London. Yes, I am. So it's like, I think it's going to be like 12 a.m. for me when Martell and Arionne decide to like post this. So yeah, it's gonna be late for me. And I'm thinking, like, I haven't been to church in a minute physically, so I do want to go to church tomorrow. And I'm like, if I stay up to watch it, will I get to church? But anyways, if I actually stay up to watch it, I must go to church, because that I can't afford to stay up and watch Martell and Arionne expose somebody and not make it to church. That would be insane. Anyways, Harriet is saying, yes, they absolutely hated it. That's the most backward thing I've ever seen. Absolutely. Yvette is saying, but they all knew about the revenge plea, and as a woman, I would have said something. Thank you very much for saying this, Yvette. Honestly, this is the thing that shocked me the most about like people like Kimmy and Tisha. Because even if the men decided to stick together and say nothing and keep mute and, you know, just be like, oh, act like they didn't know anything, right? I feel like the women should have at least thought, how would I feel if the man I loved at some point is out here showing a video of me in a compromising position, a video of me that is so positive. So, you know, it was something that we shared so intimate, and it was meant to be a positive moment. Imagine you're having sex with your husband and this man is out here making it seem like you're having sex with a random. That is horrible. It's not, it's the lowest that you can go. And the fact that as a woman, you don't have any empathy towards the woman that is on the receiving end of that is terrible. I don't see any way out of it. Harriet says, you would think women would empathize with one another. Absolutely agree. I've never in my life encountered, I know I've never met them physically, but to have someone like Tisha and Kimmy, I'm like, if that happened to your daughters, are you going to not have empathy for them? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, it is extreme to me. Even like, let's say, let's give an example, right? I've had certain women do some horrible ish to me in my life, right? Imagine those women, if anything like this ever happened and I found out, I will pull up. I'm not going to be like, I don't talk to them anymore. I'm still going to send them a message. I will still send them best wishes. I would say to them, if you need someone, if you need some legal advice, whatever, reach out. I would be out here trying to help them. I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, let me just close my eyes and act like I don't know anything about it. I will ensure that I give them some heads up. We may not be cool, but this is what I heard, and I'm just giving you some heads up. I'm sorry this is happening to you, but handle your business. Get a lawyer. So it just feels really, really extreme that women who have children as well are not doing that. Horrible. Yvette is right. Give your time to God and not them. You are right. So I'm definitely going to church regardless. I'm just like, if I stay up, I'm still going to church. If I don't stay up, I'm going to church regardless. I'm like, I really haven't been to church. I need to do better. Tissue doesn't care if Martel's cheating. No self-esteem. Misty, I think you're right. But I think Tissue does not want to be exposed. I think she likes the image of having a perfect marriage. I think she is okay as long as it's not publicly exposed in that way. The problem is, if this whole thing comes out, which it is going to come out, it's going to be embarrassing for her. She may not be able to take it. I think it was easier when she could lie in our faces and say there are no receipts and all that kind of stuff, right? But now that it's like the receipts are now physically here, you can't deny it forever. You can't stay in our faces and say, well, to be honest, or just generally lie and be like, well, this isn't really like what happens normally, or he's never really done that, he's never really cheated ever. You can't say that because the side chick is allegedly coming out. Now, if the side chick comes out and she brings receipts, there's going to be some problems. And I hope he is ready for that because there's going to be some serious problems if she is coming with the receipts. Like, I do wonder if that is why, if you noticed, when Tisha was saying, they were saying a little bit like, oh, they've had some issues in the past. They almost got a divorce. I wonder if they're going to try to argue that they were separated at the time this happened, and so it wasn't cheating. I do feel like that is what is going to happen in the end if Tishu wants to stay with Marsau. Harriet says, you think women could empathize with one another? I think I read that. Yvette said exactly my point. You're right. As a woman, absolutely. I don't think that there is any world where I will not, at the very least, empathize with these people, empathize with Melody. How can, it's just, I don't see any world in which I would not be able to empathize with Melody. Absolutely. I think Love and Marriage Huntsville is not getting renewed. Misty, I think I'm not sure. Only because I feel like the last time when we thought like maybe it wasn't going to get renewed because nothing was said about it, it ended up still getting renewed. So I do wonder if like that is just something that is sort of like they don't like immediately announce it, but later on you find out that it's been renewed. So we don't know for certain, but I feel like to an extent, maybe that's the truth. Who knows? I'm not sure. But if you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. I can see some newbies coming in. We're just talking about, well, everything now. We started off talking about Martell Holt and Arionne Curry exposing Marsau's side chick. But now we're just talking about all things Love and Marriage Huntsville. So make sure you hit that like button. Yvette is saying I should go to church online. So Yvette, I usually go to church online every week. But this time around, I just feel like I haven't been, sometimes about going to church online is so different from actually being there physically. So I want to try and like go to this one physically and just be present. I think sometimes the music hits differently. It's just a better experience when you're physically in there. Yvette, this is what she needs, recipes. Do you mean receipts? yeah, if it's receipts, I agree 100%. I feel like now you have the receipts, you can't lie to us anymore. You can't be in our faces telling us, oh, well, my man has never cheated on me. I've never seen any receipts. You can't say that anymore because now there's going to be receipts. So what are you going to lie about next? What are you going to say next? Are you going to say, well, that's not exactly true? You can't say that because there are receipts. And if the receipts are receipting, which I think they may be, because I struggle to think like Martell would just bring a random that doesn't have any sort of proof to come and act like they are, the side chick. I don't think Martell will go that far, but what do I know? Do you genuinely feel like Martell would go as far as hire somebody to come and lie on Marsau? I don't think so. I personally think there is enough. I personally think that Marsau has probably done enough, I better say allegedly, that Martell knows enough and that he doesn't need to now have to be lying or pretending or trying to like drum up some receipts that do not exist. That is just my opinion, but I don't know what you guys think. Do you genuinely feel that Marsau, well, do you guys feel like there's too many M's? Because I be struggling. Sometimes I'm like talking about Martell and then I say Marsau. It's just like they need to stop with the M's on the show. It's annoying. Like give us someone else that isn't like whose name doesn't start with an M. But anyway. Okay. Yvette is saying hit that like button and share the video, please. Thank you, sis. And everyone, you've heard her. Please hit that like button and share the video. To be honest, like I'm always like, oh, I want to come on live and like spend time with you guys, but then I'm always wondering like, oh, what if I'm on live and no one is free or no one comes and stuff. But you guys pulled up today and I appreciate it. I'm going to do more lives for you guys this week because I'm off work until the new year, so I have more time to like spend and hang out with you guys. So make sure you like turn on all your notifications so you know when I go live and we can talk a little bit more. But yeah, so will you guys be watching tonight to see? Oh, there's a flu. Oh, that is crazy, guys. Please stay safe. Apparently, there's a flu happening. Use your hand sanitizers. Yvette, where are you at? I'm just curious. But yeah, like be careful of the flu. Honestly, I'm mostly at home. Like I work from home, so I'm mostly at home. Like the only time I go out for the most part is like I don't know, in winter, I never really feel like going anywhere. So I'm mostly at home. And then the only time I would go, like, let's say I go to the gym in the mornings, get a quick like workout session in. But then after that, I'm pretty much at home for like the whole day. So I don't really like encounter a lot of people and stuff. So I think maybe that's why I never really get sick because I'm never really outside. But you guys stay safe out there. You don't want to catch anything. The other thing I think works really well is like juicing as well, like the turmeric, the ginger. I'm not a doctor, by the way, so if any one of you guys are doctors, like I'm just sharing like things that help me anyway. Yeah, so I'm very much a juicer. I just had I did like a carrot, ginger, turmeric, celery, and cucumber. And the reason I do it like that, I mix a lot of different things, is just because I love things that help with like my skin, just overall skin health and also hydration. So celery and cucumber are very good for hydration. Carrot is very good for your skin. I think it has like retinol or something, which is really good for your skin. And then turmeric is really good for like gut health and stuff like that. So yeah, juicing is the way, guys. Juicing. I swear by it. It helps me as well. Oh, Georgia, nice. Okay. I did you guys like go to? Well, did you guys join Mel's TikTok live yesterday? I was over there for a little while, and it was just nice, like seeing the energy and how she was really getting on with Lamaya and Megan Good. I actually see Mel and Lamaya being good friends in the future if they're not already. Did you guys feel that way as well? If you guys watched the TikTok live, there was like this, like, I don't know what it was, this synergy between them. Even their hugs were like different. I think they have kids of like similar ages as well. Yeah. Okay. Bobo Anderson is bringing us back on topic. Sad to see Brother Martell at this low point. I honestly agree with you. I feel like, even though we know that Martell from day one has always had his shortcomings with cheating and always dealing with like women, Erin Curry specifically, it is very sad to see how far Martell has gone. Like, he has taken things too far. He's really reduced it all. I feel like he's spiraling in front of our eyes, and like, I just wish and hope that he gets the help that he deserves. But I feel like not the help that he deserves, the help that he needs, because he doesn't deserve anything. But I would say the help that he needs, because I feel like when we see, like, a lot of people have cheated in life, right? But they take accountability and they become better people in life. Martell is one of those people who has never taking accountability genuinely. He would say things like, oh, he cheated, but then in the same breath say Mel cheated. If you're taking accountability, then it shouldn't be about the other person, it should be about you. What are you saying? Are you saying you're sorry for stepping out? And if that's the case, okay, cool. But it just felt like he became obsessed with trying to make Melody look like something that she is not. And then everything just starts spiraling after that. Because it's like, if you're trying to create an impression that someone doesn't have, or you're trying to create this impression that she's a 304, when there's nothing to suggest that she is, you are the one that has done things and continues to do things that show that you are 304. So it's just like, at what point do you say, do you know what? Enough is enough. Let me leave her to live her life and let me move on and try to put my life back together. Sadly, I feel like Martell is not going to receive the help that he needs until he hits rock bottom. I don't know. This is just something that comes to my mind all of the time. Because I think about it, I'm like, Martell, how did Martell get this far? How did he get so low to this extent? But I don't ever think that he's ever going to get over it until he finally gets to the, when you reach that end point with yourself, that you're like, this cannot continue. I cannot continue to be this person. I feel like until Martell hits that point, he is never, ever going to change, in my opinion. And Yvette, you're right. The help that he needs, absolutely. And Yvette is saying, and COVID is still out there, so be careful with everything. Agreed. Yvette says he has to hit rock bottom. I agree 100%. Until he hits rock bottom, I don't think anything is going to change. And so for those that are just getting in, please make sure you smash that like button. I'm going to play the video again for you guys so that you guys can know what we were talking about before you joined. So let me play.
What's up, y'all? This Martell Holt.
It's your girl, Arionne Curry.
The Scots ask.
And we deliver. Let's get into it.
That was my first time having a dick in my mouth and a dick in my coochie. I didn't know that he had a way. He threatened me. He said, if you turn the rock, I'm going to come and kill you.
Wait, one last time.
What's up, y'all? This Martell Holt.
It's your girl, Arionne Curry.
The Scots ask.
And we deliver. Let's get into it.
That was my first time having a dick in my mouth and a dick in my coochie. I didn't know that he had a way. He threatened me. He said, if you turn the rock, I'm going to come and kill you.
Oh my God. It's crazy. And I feel like the bit that is the worst part of the whole thing is collateral damage. I'm thinking about Marsau's children and the ones that are at an age where they can see all of the things happening on social media. Imagine them hearing the in and out of what their father was doing to someone that was not their mom. Ooh, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. Like, it's just something that just really came to my mind. And I'm just like, that is, it's too far. It's really, really too far. And I feel like Martell has gotten to the point where he's taking things so far now that there is really no coming back from it. Like, I don't really see how he's going to come back from all of this. I feel like his relationship with the Scots is done, 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 done. I don't think they're ever going to be friends. And I wouldn't blame them. Who would be friends with someone that goes this far? In my opinion. But at the same time, I feel like Tisha set herself up for this. Tisha set herself up because she was out here running her mouth. And now Martell is like, I got something for you. And I don't know if she will be able to deal with it. But yeah. Yvette is saying, please hit that like button and share the video, please, and pray for the world. Honestly, thank you so much, Yvette. And yes, I agree. Please hit that like button. And yeah, what she said, pray for the world. Honestly, things are going left. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about like the Diddy thing. Like, things are going left, right. Like, things are just happening in this world. Left, right, center. A lot is happening. And it's just like we have to keep ourselves prayed up. We have to keep ourselves like on point all of the time, because it's getting really serious in these streets. It really is. And yeah, I just think just protect your space as well, because I feel like, especially in the social media world where a lot of like news is negative, you have to protect your mindset and your space. Like, believe it or not, I don't go on TV to watch news. I try to limit what I watch. I try to like not expose myself to too much information, negative information, just so that I don't start seeing the world in that same way. So I feel like on a mindset level, like, yes, it's all fun and games when we talk about love and marriage, Huntsville, but make sure that you're also taking time out to do other things and like be far away and like de-stress from love and marriage, Huntsville, and all of these like toxic ish as well, because sometimes it can get very, very toxic. It really can get very toxic. But yeah, I think thanks for hanging with me today. Um that is it. I feel like I've really talked about like everything I wanted to talk about with you guys today. What are your plans for the weekend? Do you guys have anything planned for the weekend? And yeah, I really try to do more live with you guys. I really enjoyed this live. But yeah, thank you so much for just like hanging with me, for like really being in the chat. Thanks, Yvette. I really, really appreciate you. Thanks for, swinging by, and thanks for everyone who left a comment in the chat. Thank you for everyone who has liked this video. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Yeah, we'll probably come back either way to discuss this once I've watched the interview. So we'll come back here and discuss soon. So make sure you turn on all your notifications as well. Also, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. If you need to talk to someone, yep, go to your doctor, have a therapist. I've had a therapist before. Absolutely do it. The other thing I do that really helps me as well is journaling. I have like a prayer journal. I also have like a regular journal as well. And it just helps me to like pour out like any thoughts that I feel like I just need to get out of my head and put it on paper. And it's always very interesting to be able to see like the progression of like things that you journal. I had a friend that was sharing with me that in the past she used to like journal like some really dark things, and then to see how like years later her life has changed so much, and she goes back to the previous things she's journaled and she doesn't even recognize herself. So it's just something that really, really helps. So yeah, journaling also, and speaking to someone when you need it. It's always good to know when you need help and know when to get a therapist. But yeah, thanks for hanging with me. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all. And yeah, have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.